Hello and welcome to the Sorare Lounge, courtesy of the Sorare Thursday Club. My name is Ricky, aka the Sorare Mamba on Sorare, and I am joined as always by my glamorous co-host, Play Sharper, Everton expert and duck lover, Johnny, aka Dornado. Happy New Year, everyone. We are back. A little holiday break for us, like a lot of people, but we're back in the game, back in the hot seats, ready to go again. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. Happy New Year to everyone. Like you've had a little bit of a lull in solar activity myself in the last couple of weeks. What with all the Christmas festivities, all the eating, all the drinking, it's been a bit of a lull. But looking forward to get back into it. Solar seems to have some exciting things lined up for us for the next few months. So yeah, looking forward to it.
I've had a little downtime. It's quite nice to not be on Sorare every time I set my teams. But apart from that, there was a lot of games. Definitely not a lot of games this week. So it's been quite nice just to recharge slightly. Got myself this fancy new Man United top.
Very nice.
A lovely, lovely away strip we have this season. Unfortunately, we're not doing it justice on the pitch. But, at least we look fly while we're getting our ass handed to us by everyone. But yeah, as has been a custom lately, I've got 5 quick-fire questions to get you warmed up, ready for the podcast. One-word answers straight away, Don't overthink it. Right, let's loosen you up. Get started. Summer or Winter Olympics?
Summer.
Luke Littler or Luke Humphreys?
Luke Littler. Like your 16-year-olds. Win Cap 220 rare. As soon as I gave that answer, I knew I was going to get that answer from you.
Win Cap 220 rare or hit super rare threshold?
Win 240 rares and win a card.
Win Cap 220 rare or hit super rare threshold?
Win Cap 220 rare. Super rare threshold. Oh no, win Cap 220 rare.
You want the trophy over the money?
Yeah.
Scholes, Gerrard or Lampard?
Some sort of fucking sick joke. Cahill. I'll probably go Lampard because, I still love him a bit after he kept us up on that last day.
Okay. And name the one true Sorare GOAT.
You just got to get messy. I don't think you can differ from real life GOAT, if you ask me.
That's okay. There you go. Warmed up. Lubricated.
Oh, yes. My mouth is ready to go now.
Wow. So I thought we'd just have a quick chat about Sorare highlights from last year and Sorare highlights from the following year. Loosen up for our upcoming broadcasting year. But there's a few things we can talk about that have happened in the Sorare world first. Although I did see there was some breaking MLS transfer news tonight. We've all been ignoring the MLS as it's 50 days till it's back? The transfer news was hotting up today, wasn't it? FC Cincinnati, Supporters Shield winners, have picked up Miles Robinson. Colorado running well. Zach Steffen from Man City on their way. And the new DP, Mihailovic.
Yep, so Mihailovic used to play for somebody else.
Montreal?
That's right, yeah. He was a really good player. Went off to Holland, didn't he? And didn't quite make the standard. But yeah, he was a bit of an MLS goat, I think, back in the couple of years ago. So yeah, interested to see how he gets on.
Yeah, interesting. This is the first, Tom Bogart posting the transfer news and me catching it as it was coming out. The first time Sorare silly season, in that January transfer window, and I was quickly logging on to see what prices they were and try not to get caught up in it. But yeah, this is the first ones that I've started to take seriously.
Well, have you seen there's been another sort of breaking transfer news in the last sort of 20 minutes actually in the MLS. Brandon Vasquez, Cincinnati's sort of one of their star strikers. He's agreed to leave to go to a team in South America. I can't remember who it was now. Is it Durango? Anyway, he's leaving for $7.5 million. He got linked to a lot of European teams, but yeah, he's leaving the MLS by the looks of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess it's kind of like the start of transfer season madness on Sorare. I haven't really picked up on any of it yet, but yeah, it's not really something I like to get involved in anymore. I'm not quick enough off the gun to keep up with the news. And, even when I get on and look at a player, I need like at least 2 minutes in my brain to think about whether I want to pull the trigger before I do it. And I'm just not as gung-ho as some people. So yeah, I don't tend to really get involved in transfer season anymore. What about you?
I mean, I'd love to get involved, but it's hard, like you say, to be so quick on the pulse, ready to sort of pounce. And also, I'm trying to take some money out of Sorare at the moment to pay for some stag do related things. So it's not something I can necessarily afford right now. As much as I can see the benefit in trying to snap these people up at the moment, and I do think there's some good value players for sale from the MLS. But yeah, I can't take advantage of it right now. But it's exciting, isn't it? Next month it'll be back. It is at the end of next month, but next month the MLS will be back, and I believe we have a few pre-MLS games that we're going to count as well. Some sort of tournament. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
A few of the big leagues back in a couple of weeks as well. We're in this little lull now, but yeah, it'd be nice to get out of it. I think everyone. This Christmas period hasn't been that exciting, is it? This game week, this weekend, a weekend game week is really small. You've got the Serie A teams, but apart from that, there's not a lot going on. So yeah, really odd, and I'll be glad to see the back of it. Speaking of the winter break, did you win anything while we've been gone? Anything exciting happened to you?
I won a couple of tier 2s, I think, tier 2 limiteds, that is. Nothing too special. I think I've sold them both already, to be honest with you. A couple of keepers. As you well know, the value of anyone in limited seems to be quite low at the moment. One thing that has happened to my gallery is I happen to have accidentally bought myself a Harry Kane limited for Christmas. It was difficult. I was a few glasses of wine deep at the time. It involved some ETH and some crappy players that I didn't really want. Was it with the bot? I think it was with the bot. But yeah, I'm a bit excited to see how that's going to pan out next year, or this year, I should say. Obviously, having one of the best strikers in Europe is going to be exciting, and mainly it was with the Euros in mind, because I've got a reasonably good Euros limited team, so he's just going to add to that. So yeah, excited to see. Obviously, you've got a little Bayern stack, and I know you've been trying to get hold of his special edition card that they've just released, but I went for an old Tottenham jersey version that was like half the price.
Yeah, it was too much mustard for me in the end. The price just kept going up and up, and I'm just not confident that limited prices aren't going to go down a bit further. So, yeah. I mean, he's got Euro utilities. He's probably the one that will be able to buck the trends. But yeah, I did win a few things though. I haven't opened any of my prizes. I opened the money and the coins because no one wants to go on a podcast video and watch people open their coins and their 398 winnings. But I did keep the prizes because I was staying off Sorare. Just didn't seem like a good enough opportunity to open them. I was like, I'm going to save these for one big bit of excitement.
You're a bigger man than I am, mate, because I just couldn't do that. I just couldn't do
it. So we did get some decent stuff. We've got a tier 1 in here, a tier 5, a tier 2, and we got 2 of the special box. I've never opened one yet. I think this is my first box opening. So a 327th for a limited premium box, and just outside the top 100 for another limited premium box. So we'll open those in a second.
So those could be some seriously good things. I think you have to go back out of rewards annoyingly to open them again. But yeah, those could be some cards in there, right?
So we'll open these prizes first and see if we get anything in a tier 5 rare. I think this is one from last place in the prize pool. So I'm expecting this to be an absolute monster.
Korean defender that doesn't play, I reckon.
Tier 5 rare. Always defenders from Utrecht. Nick Viergever.
Well, I'll have a look. I'll look him up for you. Let's see what he's worth.
33, one off a jersey mint.
He's 34 now, so that's good. He is worth £6.
Well, I mean, one from the end of the pool. There's not a lot I could expect there.
He's played he started the last 3 games, and he's got a 33 AA in the second last game.
Ooh.
And then a 0.94 AA in the last game. So, yeah, not great.
Absolutely banging. All right, let's hope for a bit more as we move up. We got tier 3 next. This was for coming 103rd in the reward box special 270. So I got high enough to get a card and a box. So 402 points scored here. Let's see what we get in this one. Austrian defender from Freiburg, Philipp Leinhardt.
I've heard of him.
I think I've had him before, actually.
Yeah. Plays for Freiburg. He's worth £3.70. So, almost as much. He's injured at the moment as well, by the looks of it. Only adductor pain, don't worry. Not too bad. That's just standard for us oldies, adductor pain. Let me share my screen, actually, because he's got pretty good last few. Oh, God, is this going to work? Come on, baby. Bear with me. Cooler. Bear with us. There we go. Yeah, pretty decent scoring, actually, AA-wise. Last sort of 5 games he played, scored very well. Plays for Austria as well, by the looks of it. So
they'll be at the Euros. So
yeah, not too bad. I mean, £3.70 for a limited at the moment is pretty good.
Yeah. So that was in game week 435. Also in 435, we came 12th in Legends Challenge with 383 points. So let's see what this tier 2 is.
Okay. Oh, I like it. Good start.
Another defender from Man City, Rico Lewis.
Oh, that's not bad,
Rico Suave.
So that was from Premier League competition, was it? Or was that from?
That's from Legends Challenge.
Oh, I think you've done very well there. Let's show on screen. He's got a cracking booth on him, isn't he? Top work. £14 was his last sell, which is very good. And I think he's likely to be very much a part of Man City's future. I know. Pep was bigging him up big time, wasn't he, recently?
Yeah.
Saying how good he was, and he obviously got an England call up in the last window. Did give away a penalty, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, very good little prize that.
Yeah, happy days. That's decent value for a limited, I suppose. I do run a Man City stack from last season, so getting Man City players isn't the worst thing. Yeah, he's been in the England squad lately as well, hasn't he? So
yeah, nice.
Not bad. Tier 1 limited. So this is Premier League specialist. We came 5th. The pool was pretty nice. I think James Trafford was at the top of it. Had a cheeky Pickford in there as well. A lot of goalies, weren't there? A lot of goalies, a lot of Man City players. I think there was Foden, De Bruyne, that type of thing. So some good pools there.
Foden would be good, wouldn't it? Foden would be nice.
Foden would be nice, yeah. Let's have a look. Tier 1 limited.
Or Pickford, obviously. Oh, it's gone Son Min.
Yeah, Sonny.
Nice. Unfortunately, the Asian Cup's not covered, which is freaking annoying, but that is a very good prize.
Heung-min Son.
Heung-min Son.
5th place.
£48.
Really?
Yeah. According to this, I presume that means last sell, doesn't it? Is that floor?
Well, that's what his floor is. Yeah, that's
nice, mate. Getting on now, isn't he? 31 years old. But yeah, obviously a very good player. We all know about Heung-min Son. Loves the dark green. Been doing really well under Ange Postecoglou.
Really strong L5.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have that Asian games covered, wouldn't it? Because he just bangs hundreds on the regs. Look here for Korea.
Yeah, it's probably why he's had a little price drop in the last since that news came out.
Very nice, though. I don't know what value that is compared to, say, a Trafford, but I feel like that's a lot more than what Trafford would be worth.
Yeah, it's a nice pull anyway. We've still got, I don't know how many more weeks of this Premier League competition we got anyway, but yeah, we could
worth roughly the same as Trafford. And I think having Son's probably a better pull than getting a Trafford, personally.
Yeah. Son and Saka in recent weeks. So yeah, some nice limited pulls. We've got these 2 reward boxes to open as well now.
Oh yes.
So let's crack these. My first reward box opening experiences.
So what we saying with these? So what's the percentage chances of bits and bobs? Because there wasn't it something like a 20% chance of a card or something? I can't remember what it was now. I only won 2. I won light boxes each time I won one, so I didn't get anywhere close to premium.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I know it's a premium boxes. I haven't checked up on them. I haven't opened them. I'm just, see what happens.
Open the filing cabinet then, mate. Let's see what's in that filing cabinet.
First one opens up.
Oh,
we got a card.
Oh,
and we've got Wrench from Ajax.
I'll tell you what. I mean, Ajax are absolutely horrific at the moment, but with an Ajax card, he's worth 10 quid. I don't know how you tell what type of tier he is. There's probably a way of telling, but I'd say that's probably a tier 3. If I was to guess, I know you can win a star, but yeah, that's a tiny little card.
Well, that was exciting. My first one. That's a nice little visual. Yeah. Kind of exciting. Let's open another one.
Imagine this is a Bellingham. Freak out.
Next up, we have 3 times level up limiteds.
Boring.
I'm not really a fan of the level up.
No, I was going to say, the 3 light boxes I had, they had 1 level up in each one. So that's basically saying 3 crappy light boxes I got finishing 7,000th, or worse, the same as a premium box.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a bit crap, but at least you got a card in the other one.
I just never get to the point where I find a player at the start of their level cycle quite high up. I always go, oh, maybe it's him and he's halfway through level 18 or halfway. Well, that aspect of Sorare doesn't really excite me, but I do like the randomness of the boxes, and I won 1 card, and it's kind of cool. Yeah. So yeah,
I used my level ups on Harry Kane straight away. I just went bang, 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 leveled him up to because he's an old season card. I think he's up to 4.5% now.
Well, that was kind of exciting. I don't know what monetary value we pulled in, about £100, something like that, but all adds up.
Take it.
Only saved those up for 2.5 weeks. So there we go.
Yeah, I couldn't even save my prices from yesterday. So, you've done well to hold those for 2.5 weeks. But yeah, some good little pulls in there. Yeah. Having a Hyun-min Son is exciting now. You've got a lot of goats of Premier League now, right? You've got Rodri, you've got Bruno, you've got Saka, you've got Son. You've basically just got all the best players from the
Haaland, De Bruyne. They're accessible at their price points now. Yeah. So
I'm glad to see you haven't delved into Liverpool there. It really pleases me.
Yeah, I have an Endo in his Stuttgart kit, and that is my only. And that was because I was planning on using him in the Asian Games thing. So,
yeah,
maybe I can get rid of him as well. But yeah, I tend to stay away from Liverpool and Arsenal. I did win a Saka, but I think that's the only Arsenal card I've got. But yeah, speaking of the Asian Cup we mentioned, it was clarified today that they're not going to cover it. Obviously, a lot of people are annoyed. A lot of Japan stackers, especially. We're looking for some big results in those game weeks. I guess the main problem was, it would have been nice. It was communicated first in Discord, isn't it, in a message from someone, and then that gets spread around on Twitter. You just want it to be clear, right? Clear in advance, yes or no.
Well, I saw the announcement today from that Momo Sorare guy was saying that with the recent new announcement, there's going to be 2 announcement windows in the year. Is that right? Where they're going to, give you this information. But I don't know how that's going to work, because say if they're working on getting a license up until the last minute, I don't know how these deals work. Maybe they're haggling or whatever of price. Surely they're going to want it. If they can get it covered, they're going to want to try and get it covered. So if that does happen last minute, they're not going to just go, oh, we've missed our announcement window and not cover it. They're going to cover it, aren't they? But yeah, it is a bit sad. It doesn't really affect me, but I can see how it can be pretty annoying to people. They're covering AFCON, but they're not covering the Asian Games. Why is that? I don't know.
I'm not au fait on the Asian Cup, but I imagine there's probably some quite more one-sided results in it. You've seen it definitely in the qualifiers. AFCON, from what I remember last time, nothing seemed to be alpha, meta. There was a lot of close games, a lot of weird scores, even some of the best teams. I had it with Bunasar, who kept winning to 0 and couldn't get more than about 14. But
yeah. I know what you mean. I don't want to offend anyone, but I feel most of the AFCON, most of the African one-sided games are in the qualifiers for the AFCON.
Yeah.
and there's not so many. There are a few smaller teams. I think Mauritania are in AFCON this year, so they might be a whipping boy or whatever. I don't know, but like it happens in the World Cup and the Euros as well. But I know what you mean about Asia. There's definitely like Japan, Korea, Australia, and then you've probably got a few lesser teams. But I mean, there's not many like bad teams worldwide now, really. I mean, San Marino scored in 3 straight games recently, so. But
yeah. I mean, I like the international tournaments when they're covered on Sorare. I think it adds a different vibe. I played AFCON last year, really enjoyed it. I'm probably not going to play it this year. I probably might be able to scrape a limited team together, but I haven't planned for it. So I guess maybe I'll be using the players in different competitions rather than the AFCON specific tournament. If there is one, is that even been clarified?
It hasn't been clarified yet, and I'm getting worried that it might not be a thing because I've bought some AFCON players. I bought a couple of keepers. They're keepers that also play in Europe, so it's not going to be something that is going to lose value greatly. I think I spent like 15, 20 pound on both of them each, so not like stupid money. But yeah, I had quite a few AFCON limited strikers already in my squad through various different teams. A couple of really good defenders, midfielders as well. So I thought, by great, I'll take a gamble and see if they do an AFCON limited competition. But even if there isn't one, I still use them, can't I? Just being whatever, Cap 270 or whatever.
Yeah. But I think the excitement about it is having those own modes. And I guess you could build that excitement by giving us advance notice of these comps, like the Euros. You know, I like the World Cup comps, even though those custom series cards, you know, ended up being bugger all. But, you know, I like the idea of the sticker books and stuff. And, you know, I'd love for something for the Euros to be really hyped up in advance and built up, you know, so we all know what's going on well in advance, and the tournaments that are going to be used and stuff. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. But yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame they've been not covered so close to the event. So yeah. Manager ID, I guess that's the other big thing that's happened that people have been talking about. Here is how mine currently looks. Does this excite you?
I mean, yours doesn't excite me, no, but mine excites me. I like it. I think it's good. I'm loving this type of thing with the state that you can change the stadium behind. I think that's cool. Shows you sort of everything a bit more concisely on the front there. What I mainly like is something you just showed there is that you can display 3 badges. Something I mentioned a while ago on a different show saying like it's cool that I could show my Everton badge, but I want to also show my OG badge as well as my Everton badge and, you know, another badge. So I think it's cool that they've brought that in. You can select 3. I think that's cool. Yeah, and I shared it to one of our WhatsApp groups using just the share function, and it looks cool. I've seen other people sharing it on Twitter. It's a cool little thing, and people like it's not something that's going to make people play the game or make people leave the game. It's just a nice little aesthetically pleasing added extra into the game for me.
Yeah, I think it's all right. It's better than what it was. You know, any form of customization is nice. It opens up, I guess, more avenues to spend coins on stuff because there'll be stuff coming into the shop, won't there? Things to unlock, you know, giving you things to grind for, just something to concentrate on. You know, it will occupy a few people. It's nice to share and stuff. So yeah, still got the burger on show. Yeah, it's all right.
I've tried to figure out how the collection scores worked out. Have you figured it out yet? Is it some sort of hidden equation of cards won times cards owned? Well, obviously not times, but like it's something. I don't know what it is, but
is it not just all your scores added together?
Didn't think about that. Probably is that actually.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Yeah, it probably is that. Good thinking.
4th in Hertha Berlin. Old school Hertha Berlin. How close to the top?
Christ, mate, you got some work to do there. Wow. You'll have to, if you buy some off Paddle Trader though, then that'll be a big swing there.
Yeah.
Plus the guy at the top's got Hertha as his badge, so you're not going to beat him.
Yeah, we're in trouble there. Yeah. So yeah, it's a nice touch. All right, and let's finish off with picking up on our favourite bits of 2023 and what we want from 2024. Not sure anyone would have reflected on their previous year on Sorare or looked forward to the year ahead so far. This must be a unique thing to do. So let's start with some questions. Let's go with your favourite Sorare card of 2023.
My favourite looking card of 2023 is my Pickford celebration card of him doing the cool little celebration like that. That's a lovely card. But yeah, the favourite card I've bought is Bardi. You know Bardi? You know my boy Bardi?
Jamie Vardy having a party?
Jamie Vardy's having a party. No, not him. Bardi was a goalkeeper from Bologna. So obviously, I randomly collected Bologna stack for some reason. I happened across the third string goalkeeper, Francesco Bardi. Had a little read up on him when I was doing some research in the last summer, and he was getting rumoured to being released and then joining Reggiana, who was a team in Serie C, but we're going to get promoted to Serie B. So would have gone from being non-covered to covered. So I picked up a limited and a rare of his. I paid £60 for his rare and something like a £5 for his limited. And he joined Reggiana. He's doing really well. He's worth £300 now. So I think in terms of a card I've bought that's been a success, because a lot of them have plummeted in price, he has actually done very well for me. And he's one of the mainstays of my all-star rare team now. Here he is. Yeah, £60 and £3. So yeah, there's my nomination.
All right, very nice. I think I would give my buy and my card of the year to Gabriel Sara from Norwich. I've got his limited and his rare, and he's played at Ashton Gate twice since, so I've been able to watch him in real life as well. So since we started, and it's kind of easy pickings on rewards, 3 years ago, I've had, you have your top 3 cards on Sorare Data, the cards that have won you the most things. Mine has been stuck at Philip Menzel, Jordi Classy, and Ueda since the start. Those 3 have just locked out the podium. I think they're on 18, 16, and 15 cards won, and I just nothing's come close to them. My Gabriel Sara Limited is now in 4th place on 13. He has cleaned up for me this year. He has moved to just outside the podium, and I might finally have a different face to look at when I go on my Sorare Data gaming statistics soon. So, yeah, Gabriel Sara looks like an absolute baller as well. His price has probably gone up since I bought it,
he's got an earring in as well, doesn't he? He thinks he's the bloody bee's knees. He
looks really good as well. So I think, I think big future for him. And he's just been on fire for me and continues to be on fire for me. So, yeah, that would be my player of the year. What was your Sorare highlight of 2023?
Well, this is easy for me. It is finishing first in the Premier League Pro. I was just actually trying to find it in my gallery, but it seems to have changed now. I used to be able to show your highlights I can't see it anymore. But finishing first in Premier League Pro, I won a Bruno Fernandes, which wasn't so much the highlight. The highlight was just winning a competition finally, getting that sweet, sweet trophy, which is down here. I'd love to be displaying that a bit more prominently in my club section at some point, if they change that. But yeah, I think I got 500 points as well in that win. So it's the first time I got 500 points. What can top that? I mean, winning a competition using the team that you support is the best. It just hits different, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that is very good. Yeah. I mean, I would probably my second, winning my first competition as well. Just did it recently, Legends Challenge, randomly. But yeah, finally winning one. I think I had 5 seconds. So that was definitely up there for me as well. But I did win 3 super rare thresholds in a row. Yeah, at one point, which just taking out glory and trophies out of it, just the sheer monetary windfall of that. I was living the dream. I was like, going to ride super rares into the future. This game's easy. Get a 240 my way in the blues to being a millionaire, and it's just gone to rubble since then. Keeper's fallen apart, but yeah, I think that was probably my highlight. I'm trying to think of something from that's so rare, as a product have done that I've really enjoyed in 2023.
I struggle to remember what was in 2023 and 2022, but just the general collections, bringing collections in. I think that was the previous year, right? Bringing in collections, that's changed the way I approach things. Like, I love collecting things. We've talked about this before. Both of us are very similar in the fact we love collecting random stuff. I think it's really cool having the collection points and, having some value attached to first editions and special editions and serial matches, all these things. I think that was a really good thing that they brought in that people were doing anyway, but not been rewarded for. And now they sort of brought it in. People are a bit more into that, I think. I think that's been very good from them.
Yeah, I think I always said that I enjoy collecting things in life and in general. And yeah, having that like sticker book element and leaderboards is probably my favorite thing as well. I found it really cool being a #1 collector of San Jose Earthquakes Limited. It's random as shit, but it was fun. I've really enjoyed, I've probably been slightly luckier than most, but I've ended up with this shirt here, this shirt here, this signed shirt here, this signed shirt here, pair of trainers, hats. I've loved like the merch side of things. We went to, I definitely know what my favorite thing was now. The highlight was definitely winning like 5 competitions for tickets, and then taking the Sorare Thursday Club up to watch Man United v Wolves in
that was quality.
The tail end of last season, going on a little trip.
And we had Sorare Sevens, of course, as well. Sorare Sevens was awesome. Like, yeah, real life stuff, right? That's what's cool. Real life stuff, shirts, tickets for the games. Like, we had a fucking great time up at Man United Wolves, didn't we? It was a good laugh. And
so now we speak about it. It was really nice talking about the money I won and the competition I won. But yeah, I think I got more excited about the shirts and going away, as comp winners. And Sorare Sevens was class as well, even though we scored an own goal and fluffed the penalty shootout and cost ourselves a title. But yeah, it was, the real life aspect of it has been class, isn't it? So
yeah,
that was cool. A lot of good things came from it that aren't tied to prices of our cards and galleries. So yeah, more real life experiences would be cool in this year. So moving nicely then onto Sorare for 2024. Let's go for one card you want to buy/own in 2024.
Well, at the risk of being painfully obvious, I'm desperate. I'm desperate to buy get a Bellingham limited. He's insane, and he's so good at football, and he's English. And like, I've got a little English stat coming along for the Euros with Kane, Pickford, potentially Madison if he plays, I don't know. But like, I'd love to get hold of a Bellingham, whether that's purchasing or whether that's somehow winning one. It would be amazing. That's my dream card to try and get. I think we can count rare out of the equation there. But yeah, get a limited Bellingham. That's my goal.
Yeah, very nice. Mine, I could say something like, I need a Harry Kane Bayern Munich card because I run a Bayern Munich stack and I don't have Harry Kane. So, but I'd like something jazzy. I'd love a Jackson Yule unique. That would be the dream.
Ooh.
That would be the dream. It's a very high dream, but I think a Jackson Yule unique would, that's the thing I really want in life.
What's the going rate? Have unique prices also like dropped massively for sort of players like that are kind of steady, could get you a sort of 45 or a 65 sort of thing? Like,
I don't really know. I've tried to get a couple of uniques on players like Lloyd Kelly and stuff. I've never really followed to know whether they're fluctuating, how heavily they're fluctuating downwards. But
yeah, just having a look now. They're all bought like so long ago that it's kind of irrelevant now. Like we're looking at 2 to 4, 1.5 to 4 grand for a Jackson Yule unique, but that was back in the day. So yeah,
and also I'd like another collection. I really enjoyed like the San Jose, the Consadole stacks, United, Bayern, Man City, like the five. But the San Jose and the Consadole ones are the ones I've had a collection with. And actually, the heavy bonus has really helped pick up rewards at times.
Wow.
So I would like another team, like a rare and a limited team, to stack this year. When new leagues are dropped, who that's going to be. I would like to think that probably an MLS team makes sense.
I was going to say, what if Bristol City come onto the platform? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, that would lead on to my next question of one thing you want Sorare to do in 2024.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've spoiler alerted there, haven't I, for you?
Mine would be on board the championship. Give me Bristol City. I will sell my whole gallery and I will just spend it on Bristol City cards. Everyone going.
That'd be good. Think of that amazing photo you could take of your super rare lineup in front of the Bristol City game. You could borrow my phone and you could take a photo of your phone and you'd be like,
oh, for the content. Yeah, I mean,
just think of the 6 likes you'd get on that photo. It would be the best day ever.
I mean, City have occasionally played covered teams on rivals. So, we went on the weekend and we had a Bristol City rivals game when they played Millwall, but that doesn't quite scratch the itch. It'd be great to watch your full cards and stacks in action. So,
yeah, no, they definitely need to. I mean, I follow Bristol City just from Bristol, and you boys go a bit, and it'd be also. I'd get quite a few Bristol City players as well, probably. And it'd be really good to have the full championship on board. That buzz when those first few teams started coming and we're like, right, who's going to be announced? Then just stopped, didn't it? And I do think that, on the whole, real football fans are sport championship teams as well, big time in England. Be a lot of general day-to-day football fans would come on board with that, with the whole championship coming on board, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what your opinion is of that. I mean, there's, it's one thing supporting, a big Premier League team, but going home and away for championship games and it takes a proper football fan. And I just think there's a lot of them about and would be keen to get involved in Sorare if their teams came on board.
I'll be at West Ham away in the FA Cup with Bristol City this Sunday.
Yeah.
But when Sorare got a few, didn't they? Got a handful, and Ultimate Champions got a few.
Yeah.
And then it was just right, which one of the two companies is going to get the rest? It just felt inevitable. Obviously, this 8 or 9 were available, and then the rest of them just haven't gone anywhere. It's been so odd.
They've got the full. Have they? They've done the full leagues for the other 4 champion Europe.
Serie B and Bundesliga.
They've done all. Actually, no, they haven't released all the Serie B teams, have they? Definitely not. But they cover it. But they've definitely released all the French League 2 teams, I think, and Germany.
Bundesliga 2, they definitely had the lot, didn't they? Because they've got the full.
I know there's a lot in
wrapped up.
Who else we're missing?
We had 3 more teams today, didn't we? We had Saint Etienne and Marseille and Angers. Ex-Bristol City legend Louis Dionne was front and centre of the marketing on Twitter. No PSG still, though.
Yeah, it's still a weird one, isn't it? Being from a French company as well, they're probably desperate to have PSG back on board, and obviously with Mbappe as well. And they're obviously having some sort of legal battle with them maybe at the moment. I don't know if it's to do with French laws or whatever, but
it's nice to have new teams, and it's nice to have those new cards then in the reward pool, which is cool. But you wouldn't think there'd be a French league winter special like the Premier League one, would you, without all the teams? So I'm interested to see where they go with that next. It's got Bundesliga all over it to me.
Yeah, they love a Bundesliga, don't they?
Yeah, a lot of Serie A stuff's been going on as well, though. Competition stuff. Obviously, they don't have all the teams, but
this is the thing. Serie A is a big league, obviously, but not having all the teams covered is just a big issue, I think.
Yeah. One more thing I would want them to do in 2024 for Sorare, my second wish for Sorare in 2024, I really want a good Euros competition. I really want big hype for the Euros. I want a big Euro-based competition on Sorare. I want some special prizes or collectibles. They did the custom series, which, you know, just get thrown around like fodder now, but expands on that. Some, you know, like more, I don't know what they're going to do. I can't think now, but, you know, like special, maybe one special limited edition player card from each team if you do a certain thing or something, or special edition cards for winning the tournaments. So you get, imagine you like come first one week and you got a Jude Bellingham special edition Euros card. Like,
it'd be amazing. Yeah, they, you know, I agree with you. They need to be on it with doing these special competitions like the Winter Premier League thing, just month on month, like not having a lull between like different ones months apart. Like, just keep thinking of new, and like it gets people investing, gets people excited. Like, you think of the buzz of the Premier League winter thing was good, and yeah, I agree with you. And it'd certainly be amazing to have a Euros one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, big opportunity to do something big with marketing. And yeah, I think the World Cup showed that something was possible. They just need to expand on it. Yeah, I did think the sticker book idea and the custom series things would be cool. I completed 2 or 3 teams, but it just hasn't lasted the test of time because there's no utility with them, right? You know.
Well, I think that would work again. Doing a Euro sticker book, if they sort of combined it with you win coins with it, you win level ups, you win like light boxes where you might win something else with it, like, because that wasn't a thing when that World Cup was on, was it? There was nothing like that. There was no coins. Coins wasn't even thought of, like, and you could win a sticker in your box to add to your collection, and you can buy and sell them or whatever. I don't know. I think it could work. It'd certainly be better than the previous iteration. People did kind of get into it. I mean, it's not got any value now at all, really. But
yeah, why not complete the Austrian series team and you win a Austrian reward box, which has got like
the Austrian national stadium you could have as your
an Austrian Euros badge and a chance at a card or a level up, you know, whatever cosmetics. You win the Euro 2024 Austria banner, whatever. I think there is more things they could do with it now. But I would like a decent competition as well, like an actual.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know, breaking down into match days or weeks, and you know, cash prizes or whatever. I would like him to do something jazzy that we could all get behind and like pump out there. So yeah, for me, bring on Bristol City and rock the Euros, and I'll be happy. And also, if you could stop prices going down, that'd be great. But
yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd like that.
What about you?
For
2024.
I'd like Everton to get their 10 points back. That'd be good. I'm not sure Sorare have got much say on that matter, but yeah, what I would really like, and I may have mentioned this before, I can't remember if I've mentioned it, but I'd love if they covered Saudi. Please, Lord.
Have you known about that at any point?
No, I mean, do you know what really hit home to me as well the other day? So I saw on Twitter someone posted the official Saudi team of the year so far, or team like halfway through the season. 2 of them were my players, Otavio and Milinkovic-Savic. You're like, Milinkovic-Savic's been a revelation. He's got 14 goals, 8 assists. I was like, think of all these goals and assists I could have been getting. Otavio's doing really well. Zelarayan's getting assists every week. We saw a slight rumour, didn't we? Dennis Bouanga, apparently he's getting rumoured with Saudi now. He's one of my other big rare cards. So that would just kill me off, I think, if he left as well. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you think they're like, you obviously haven't had any players go there. What's your honest opinion of whether they should or whether they will cover it? Like, do you think they should cover it or do you think they will cover it? Like, they're 2 separate things, I guess.
What, January?
Well, they're not going to cover it in January. I mean, cover it like they've already announced they won't cover it this season, but like next season it'll be, won't it? So it'll still be this year, I guess.
I think they should definitely cover it. I think they should cover it. Whether, I don't know what the licensing issues are or how hard it would be to get, or whether they want to like be associated with the Saudi regime. There was all that moral stuff at the start, wasn't there? But I think they should cover it because I'm presuming this winter window, and then when we get to the summer transfer window as well, that it's just going to be more and more of our cards are going to end up there. I know only about 17 people are in the stands watching the games, but that doesn't mean that there's not like a whole heap of people that used to be talented on the pitch. I think from a game point of view, there's so much card utility out there. And if it's these two transfer windows, anything like the last one,
This is the thing. Like, it surely gets to a point where when so many cards, I don't know what if they've got some sort of threshold where if X% of cards go over there, or players, or like big name players, or like 10% of the top 100 scorers of the last year end up in Saudi, then surely they've got to think about it. Like, so many people, like I had it pretty bad, but you think of some of these big whales that have spent thousands and thousands of pounds on like super rares of super rare Malcolm. I saw someone posting about his unique Malcolm just sat out there. Like, how much do you reckon that unique Malcolm when he was at Zenit cost? Like tens of grand. Like, they're gonna want to try and keep people happy. But I guess they do really need to, and maybe they're taking this season to analyze how the scoring is, because if it comes in and there's just like it's hundreds every single week, then maybe they think it's a bit unfair.
Well, I guess it's on the coverage as well, right? Have they got the coverage to opt to cover? I think
they do. I think that's
China, don't they?
I think someone's said that Opta do like 100% cover it. It's covered. It's just we haven't chosen to.
If it's covered, I think there was a bit of controversy flying around last summer, wasn't there? It was new, so I think they probably took the time. I think they just need to make the decision in advance. Give us a good few months of, knowledge. I think it will at least be covered, because I just think there's so many more cards going on. From a gameplay point of view, they'll want people to be able to use their cards to keep people happy. Like,
and I don't feel like, when the China thing happened, and it was like a while ago, and players started going to China for big money. You think of like Oscar from Chelsea, who's still there. There was that initial little bundle of like maybe 10, 15 players that left, and then they didn't, and then it sort of fizzled out. Saudi's not going to go anywhere. Like, they're just going to get more and more and more and more, aren't they?
They're small names, are they? These are big names going over there. This isn't like your second choice left back going over there. This is
the tip of the iceberg, I think. And if they're going to do it, they're going to need to. The longer they wait to do it, the more it's going to cost them, I think, to implement it. So yeah, I'd like Saudi to get covered. I do have another one, which I think would be a good little added extra. I'd like it to be slightly more limited competitions, weekly limited competitions. Don't want them to flood it with crap loads, but like, you're the same as me. The more competitions I see, the more I buy players, because I want to enter those competitions. Now, I don't know if that's going to improve or increase or decrease the value of limiteds. Maybe, in my opinion, that increases it. There's more demand for players, but then maybe it decreases it because people just keep undercutting each other. But I want to be entering. I've got too many bloody limited keepers, and I don't even have that big a gallery. Like, imagine some of these other big galleries. I'd like them to do like an over 32s. Like,
I love specialists and underdog
thing. And they are doing weekly sort of special competitions a fair bit, but like, I want one
like the fun competitions they used to be. They're like, buy 5 AC Milan players to fly to Milan. I liked underdog or that was fun.
That's an unrealistic competition for me to enter. I'm not going to realistically be able to get time off from work and looking after my baby to go and fly off with AC Milan to bloody play Fiorentina.
I'm also not going to buy 5 Milan players, because it's just going to be too expensive when that happens. I was close to putting something similar. I wanted limited pro. I've always wanted limited pro. Even if I don't want it anymore, I'm still going to pretend like I want it, because I'll die on this hill. I want limited pro. But I wonder whether we would see any more normal competitions like that. I think the expansion of competitions will be requiring new cards to win cash and credits and experiences. And do you know what I mean? I think that's going to be the way forward.
That's fine. I'd enter those as well. It doesn't have to be to win cards. And here's another thought I've just thought about. What about if they had a little thought about increasing SO5 to SO11 or SO8, or like, what do you think that would do? Obviously, Sorare Mega, a little bit similar to that, or Ultimate Champions have done something similar with like these extra little comps where you can just put 5 in, and there's one where you could put like 20 in, wasn't there? It was something mental. What's your views on that?
I think it's something they could look at an SO7 or SO8, but I don't think it's something they'll do.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because then where do you stop?
I think we're going to see.
Do you have an SO11 cap 270 and SO11 cap 240? Well, not cap 240 because that's not the cap, but like, do you have one for each Champion Europe, Challenger Europe? Yeah,
I think we're going to see more special these competitions like the Premier League one. I think there's going to be a lot more credits coming out. Like you win credits to use on the market. You know, I think there's going to be a lot more of this type of variety of things. We need new cards to enter. I think that's what we're going to see a lot of. And I don't mind them. I've quite enjoyed them, and I enjoy playing Sorare, so I don't mind spending a bit of money to enter these new competitions in the form of buying a couple of new cards because I enjoy playing the game. As long as everyone who's still got their old cards still has the same competitions to enter. So yeah, who knows? Basically,
who knows?
So more competitions for you, and Everton to get their 10 points back.
And Saudi. Yes.
And Saudi. Oh, yes. And yes. Saudi. All right. That was good.
I like it.
I like it. I think we'll leave it there. First outing for the new Man United kit. First outing for the new webcam in the bank. Dusted off the rust. And we'll be back next week, I guess. Bring back the regular segment. Is it Premier League next week?
Next weekend it will be, not this weekend.
Bring back some of the regular Everton versus the world, etc.
And AFCON will start as well, so we'll have that to look forward to.
Yeah, so we'll come back with a bumper one next week. But for now, hope you all had a lovely Christmas. Hope you all had an excellent start to 2024. That's it from us. Thanks for watching or listening. If you could like and subscribe and all that vibe on your way out, it'd be much appreciated from us. And we will see you on the other side. But for now, Viva la Thursday Club.
Up the toffees.